Today, Thursday, being the 29th January 2026, which is equivalent to 10th Shaban 1447 after Hijrah. I am Hamza Douda Adamu with the news. First, the news headline. Kano State Commissioner demands Deputy Governor's exit over loyalty to Kwankwaso. NSCDC Commandant General lacks power to disburse salary and promotion arrears. Kidnappers flee as troops storm Badurum Kasa camp, rescue 8. And now the news in details. The Kano State Commissioner for Information and Internal Affairs, Ibrahim Abdullahi Waya, has called on Deputy Governor Aminu Abdul Salam Gorzo to resign if he can no longer align politically with Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf. Waya made the statement during an interview while responding to reports that the Deputy Governor remains loyal to the Kwankwasiya political movement led by Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. Despite the governor's recent political realignments, according to the commissioner, political divergence at the top level of government could erode trust and weaken effective governance, particularly given the deputy governor's additional role as commissioner for higher education. He stressed that governance requires unity of purpose and shared ideology. Waya also suggested that personal political ambition may be influencing the deputy governor's stance, noting that Kano's political landscape remains highly competitive. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, has clarified that its Commandant General does not have the authority to approve or disburse salary arrears, promotion arrears, or order emoluments for the personnel of the Corps. The clarification follows report by some online media platform alleging non-payment of promotion arrears and the withholding of welfare funds by the leadership of the Corps. In a statement issued on Thursday by the Corps National Spokesperson, ACC Afolabi Babawale, the NSCDC explained that responsibility for the payment of such arrears rests solely with the Presidential Committee on Arrears, not with the management of the Corps. According to the statement, the committee is chaired by the Director General of the Budget Office of the Federation and the Accountant General of the Federation. Former Senator Kabir Garba Marafa has dismissed as false a report by an online platform claiming that he has returned to the All Progressive Congress APC, urging Nigerians to disregard the publication. Marafa, who served as Zamfara State Campaign Coordinator for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu during the 2023 presidential election, said the report was untrue and misleading. He had earlier exited the APC, alleging that he and his supporters were used and later abandoned by the party and the president. In a statement issued on Thursday by the Director General New Media in the media office of Senator Marafa, Comrade Mansour M. Haruna, media organizations were urged to uphold the principles of professional journalism, accuracy and responsibility, and to refrain from publishing unverified information capable of misleading the public and heating up the polity, which falsely claimed that Senator Kabir Garba Marafa has returned to the All Progressive Congress APC alongside his supporters, the statement said. The statement further noted that Marafa, who represented Zamfara Central Senatorial District in the Senate between 2011 and 2019, formally left the ruling party on August 28, 2025, alongside thousands of his supporters across the 14 local government area of Zamfara State, and has not rejoined the APC. You are still watching to GCMX News. Stay tuned as we come back shortly. Welcome back. The Nigerian Army has announced that its troops under Operation Enduring Peace have destroyed a kidnapper's hideout and rescued 8 victims in Badurum Kasa Forest, located in Kauru local government area of Kaduna State. According to the military, the operation was carried out on January 28, 2026, following credible intelligence on the location of the kidnappers' camp. A statement by the Army said the raid was conducted swiftly in collaboration with personnel of the Zangon Kataf Police Division, members of the Civilian Joint Task Force, local vigilante and hunters who jointly advanced into the forest to apprehend the suspects. During the operation, troops engaged the kidnappers in a gun battle, forcing several of them to flee and abandon their captives. As a result, 8 abducted persons were successfully rescued. The military added that the rescued victims have since been reunited with their families, while efforts are ongoing to track down and arrest the fleeing suspects. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has announced the lifting of all remaining sanctions on Guinea following the completion of a lawful transfer of power, signalizing the country's full reintegration into the regional bloc. Reports indicate that the decision was reached during a summit of ECOWAS leaders and member government held in Sali, Senegal, following the conclusion of Guinea's political transition, according to the independent news outlet Africa Guinea. ECOWAS stated that the presidential election was held on December 28, 2025, and power was legally handed over to the elected president Mamadi Doumbouya. Regional leaders noted that the handover has created a favorable environment for the restoration of democracy and respect for law and order in Guinea. However, Guinea had previously been suspended from ECOWAS and subjected to sanction following the 2021 coup led by then military officer Mamadi Doumbouya, which overthrew former President Alpha Condé. Security has been tightened in Niamey, the capital of the Republic of Niger, following about 2 hours of gunfire at the city's international airport. As of the time of reporting, Niger's military-led government has not issued any official statement on the incident. However, speculation has been circulating that the gunfire may have been linked either to an attempted coup or a security operation targeting armed groups. Residents of neighborhoods close to the airport told journalists that they were awakened by a loud explosion, after which sustained gunfire was heard for an extension period. However, no casualties or injuries have been reported, and there was no indication of damage to building or other property. Therefore, the airport also serves as a joint military base for troops from Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, who are engaged in operations against groups claiming jihadist affiliations. To end the news, a recap of the major items. You have heard that Kano State Commissioner demands Deputy Governor's exit over loyalty to Kwankwaso. You still heard that NSCDC Commandant General lacks power to disburse salary and promotion arrears. You also heard that kidnappers flee as troops storm Badurum Kasa camp and rescue aids. This news comes to you live from our studio in GCMX Africa, Kano, Nigeria. You can also follow us through our social media handles at GCMX Africa, or our streaming platform, or our radio guardian at GCMX Africa. Once again, I'm Hamza Dauda Adamu saying goodbye for now.